Part 1, Introduction to Entomology, Unit 1, Introduction to Insects, which comes in 4.7 paper, Insect Vectors and Diseases, which is your 4th semester zoology syllabus. In the last part, I have told you the discussion about the syllabus in detail, about theory as well as about practical. So, entomology. So, let us study what is entomology. It is a branch of zoology, okay, and which deals with the study of insects. The study of insects includes, in the entomology, you will study the development of the insects, anatomy of the insects, physiology of the insects, life history, behavior, environment, and classification of the insects. You know, insects belongs to one of the major animal phylum, which comes under animal kingdom. Okay, that is Arthropoda. So you'll study the classification of up to different classes, orders, suborders, family and all. Then entomology is important. Why entomology is important? It is important to all of us because of the wide range of influence the insects has made in our lives. Okay, you know, there are beneficial insects, harmful insects, and some of the insects are having medicinal properties. Not insects, the products of insects have medicinal properties and have some cure to some of the uncurable diseases. Okay, like that, it is very important in our lives. So their effect is both direct and indirect, and both positive and negative. Entomology gives people a better it gives people a better understanding. Okay, so here one can study about the environment, biology, and the world in which the the insects lives. Okay, then an understanding of entomology is also needed to reduce the extensive economic loss in crop damage. So you can see most of the crops, okay, of our agriculture, mostly the food crops, vegetable crops, okay, and the pulses, cereals and all we have, all these crops are being under danger with some of the insects like grasshoppers and some of the beetles. Then mostly larvae of almost all the insects are the voracious feeders on some of the plants. Okay, so like that, it is very important to study the understanding of the entomology is needed to reduce the extensive economic losses in crop damage and health problems caused by insects. Then you know that some of the insects are vectors. I told you vectors are the organisms which will transmit the disease causing organism from one host into another host. Okay, then scientists have described and named more than 80,000 insects so far. Okay, 8 lakh. Then around 7,000 to 10,000 new kinds of insects are discovered every year. So every year ನಿಮಗೆ 7,000 ಇಂದ 10,000 insects discover ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And you know that it is one of the largest phylum. Okay, and in the phylum, class Insecta is the largest in number. Insects live almost everywhere. Insects ನಾವು so it is cosmopolitan in nature anta kariತೀವಿ. Why? Because from streamy tropical jungles to cold polar regions, from snow capped mountains to desert below sea levels, so you can see it in very high temperature or very low temperature, -degree centigrade ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು insects ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ. Okay, next, morphology of the head and eyes of the insects. This is the next topic. So what is morphology? Morphology is the study of external structures of an organism. So if we study the functions of those external structures, then that is a different part, that is called as anatomy. In morphology, you will just study the outer structure of the head and eyes of the insects. So first we'll study the head structure, that is morphology of insect head. Now, insect's head is the anterior most part of its body. You know, the body of an insect is divided into 3 parts: head, thorax and abdomen. To the head, you have mouth parts, compound eye is attached and antenna. To thorax, 3 pairs of legs are attached. Okay, so 3 pairs of legs are there. So I can say anterior leg, middle leg and posterior leg. Then abdomen region is there. To the same thoracic region, pair of wings are attached. So head, what is a head? It is the anterior most part of the insect body. It is hard and highly sclerotized. What is sclerotized? It is covered by sclerate. Okay, it is a hard protective pigment. Okay, and small hair-like structures. Compact structure which consists of 6 segments, and it is having 6 parts or segments that are fused together to form a head capsule. Okay, so inside the insect head consists of head capsule ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೌತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಐಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಐಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಐಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆಸಿಲೈ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಂಟೆನಾ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಆಂಟೆರಿಯಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇದು ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಸೆನ್ಸರಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಹೆಡ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು 2 ರೀಜನ್ಸ್, procephalon and gnathocephalon. Gnathocephalon is mouth region, and mouth region in a bit in ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ region ಅನ್ನು procephalon ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Insect head formed by the fusion of 6 segments that can be divided into 2 regions, procephalon and gnathocephalon. Then 6 segments of the head are represented as, so what are the segments which are present in procephalon? Region, segment and appendages. Procephalon is having 3 segments. First pre-antennary segment, second antennary segment, and third intercalary segment. So first pre-antennary segment does not have any appendages. Second antennary segment will have antenna attached to it. Okay, and third intercalary segment also will not have any appendages. So coming to the next part, mouth parts, that is gnathocephalon. It is divided into 3 parts again. So fourth part is called as mandibular segment, and fifth segment is called as first maxillary segment, and sixth segment is called as second maxillary or labial segment. Fourth mandibular segment will be having mandibles as their appendages. Appendages anta helidre it is a part which is arising from that part anta. Okay, something which is coming out. For example, we have hands and legs. Body in the it is outside the body, right? It can be moved outside the body. Those are called as appendages. So fifth maxillary segment ಅಲ್ಲಿ maxillae appendages ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ತ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಲರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಲೇಬಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಲೇಬಿಯಮ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೌತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಚೀವಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫುಡ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಅಪೆಂಡೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Then type of insect head. Insect head can be divided into 3 types. Okay, based on the inclination of long axis of the head, how the head is at, okay, axis ಯಾವ ಥರ ಹೆಡ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, how the long axis of the head and the orientation of the mouth parts. There are 3 types of insect. Okay, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಗೆ ಮೌತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹೆಡ್ಡನ್ನು ನಾವು 3 ಥರ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಪೋಗ್ನಾಥಸ್, next is prognathus, and ophistognathus is the third one. So first we'll see what is hypognathus. Hypo means below, gnathus means jaw. Okay, so here you can see the picture of all the 3 type of heads here. So what is hypognathus type of head? The head remain vertical. Here you can see vertical, that is long from upper axis to lower axis at right angle, and is at right angle to the long axis of the body, and mouth parts are ventrally placed, and it is right angle, that is 90 degree irutte. So to the body, if the body is here, and this will be 90 degree. Okay, and placed and projected downwards, and the head is downward, not straight, not upward, but it is downward. Example, this type of head is also known as orthopteroid head. Okay, or orthopteroid type. An example for this is grasshopper and cockroach. You can see the cockroach can move its head. It is vertical, and it is at right angle to the long axis of the body, and it is ventrally placed downwards. Okay, next, prognathus type of head. Pro means in front, gnathus means jaw. The head remains in the same axis of the body. Here you can see, here you will be having thorax and abdomen, and here in the same axis you'll have a head here. Okay, and mouth parts are projected forward. Here you can see the mouth parts, maybe labium, labrum, this and all, mandible, maxilla, these are projected forward. This is also known as coleopteroid type. Okay, example, why? Because it is seen in beetles. Beetles belong to the order Coleoptera. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೋಲಿಯಾಪ್ಟೆರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹೆಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಒಫಿಸ್ತೋಗ್ನಾಥಸ್. ಒಫಿಸ್ತೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಅಂತ, ಜ್ಞಾಥಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಜಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ನಾಥಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಮೌತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಹೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ 4 legs. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೌತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸು ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಫಾರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಂದ ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ 4 legs. ಮತ್ತು 4 legs ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 4 ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಲೆಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ, ಮಿಡ್ ಲೆಗ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಹೈಂಡ್ ಲೆಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ದೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಹೆಮಿಪ್ಟೆರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಒಫಿಸ್ತೋರಿಂಕಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಡ್. Why? Because it is seen in bugs. Okay, sclerites and sutures of the head. ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, sclerites ಅಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. Bug sclerites and sutures of head. This is a third type of head. Okay, so in this class this is enough. This is an introduction. From the next class I'll start with the proper mouth parts and the eyes. So we have started with introduction. I told you what is entomology, what is the need to study entomology, and how it is having direct and indirect effect as well as positive and negative effect in our life. Okay, and what are the number of the species which has been described, and per year how many number of the species are being described so far. So you'll study that, and how the cosmopolitan nature of the insect is there and why it is called as cosmopolitan. You studied that. Then we have started with morphology of head and eyes of insects. In that I told you about the head. Okay, here we have studied the parts of the or the segments of the head, and I said you it is mainly divided into procephalon and gnathocephalon, and we have studied the different segments and appendages of the two regions. Then types of head, one is prognathous, one is hypognathous, and one is ophistognathous. First is hypognathous. Here the head remain vertical and it is right angle to the long axis of the body, and mouth parts are ventrally placed and projected downwards. Okay, and here head is, in case of prognathous, head is in the same axis to the body, mouth parts are projected forward. In ophistognathous, head mouth parts are directed backward and held in between the 4 legs. Okay, this is about the morphology, introduction to entomology, and then morphology about the head, and I have studied the different parts and types of the insect head. So with this I will be stopping today's class. In the next class we'll deal in detail about the eyes and some of the structure of the head. So thank you.